At State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 36, Stafford completing it to the right side. Johnson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
2 yards on the play. First down, Lions.
Set, lady. Mike 58, right there. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford, and it's complete to Antonio Gates. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception throw.
And that last one, that hurts. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Johnson. He's got a first down past the 30. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 83 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That's an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, that's check to run.
Now on 2nd and 16. Murray. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And the return will... Stop right around the 25.
Here we go. Here we go. 15 running. 15 running. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. But now it's 3rd down.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Out out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. 17-0 our score after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Looking for his tight end Gates, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it. Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
32! He's coming!
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. He'll have a first down past the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. He completes it right side away. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's our time. It's our time.
First down, Murray. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Murray has the first down and more. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Christian Jones gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Murray now, 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 8 yards out, and the Cardinals add on. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes, because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Stop here, D. Check 24. Real right, 22.
To throw again. Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Over the middle, it's Amendola. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So we are at half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. Check it out.
And they start the second half with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On second and 11 now. Murray escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Johnson jostles free. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big run there by Johnson. 43 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, but it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Murray again, second and 10. This is caught, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cards continue to pour it on. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at the 40. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Check pass. Slam. Stay 50.
Again, it's Johnson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, a run for Johnson. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go with Johnson. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
Danny Amendola on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Stafford here, coming off his pick 6. Now he's flushed out left, and incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Right there. Come on, come on.
Throwing again. Stafford. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And that catch number 100 for his young career, and remember, only in his 2nd season. The future bright. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Murray now on 1st down. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
From the 39, Murray buying time to his left. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And give him a gain of 37. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. On the toss, here's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd and goal, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Charles Clay, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals add on. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. This one fielded at the 5. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Murray. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Left side here, caught by Clay. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share.